Contrary to popular belief, Rome was not the church that held primacy in the early centuries, and Peter was not the leader of the church in the first century. We have historical record, and even within the Bible itself, saying that James was the leader of the church, and that Jerusalem was the head church out of all the other churches. I mean, do we have a letter to the Jerusalem church? No. So Paul gives deference to James in Acts, and Peter gives deference to James in Galatians. And so why is all this deference and like James being revered by all the apostles basically and by the entire church? Well, because James was the blood brother of Jesus. So therefore he had the lineage of King David. And he was well respected by not just the church, but by the Jews. And we have historical record proving that he was the head of the church. Eusebius and Hegesippus. And we have Acts 15 that shows that they were going to Jerusalem to settle disputes. They weren't going to Rome to settle disputes, they were going to Jerusalem. Everyone was always constantly going to Jerusalem all the time. That was where the church was centralized, was in Jerusalem. The Catholic Church has been spreading lies for 2,000 years. But then the Catholic Church has always been one to be rebuked and corrected in their errors constantly. First by Paul, then by Ignatius and Tertullian and Clement. They were in constant error. The only reason why Rome took primacy is because of the emperor. And that is the only time we really even see Rome taking primacy is not until after Emperor Constantine. So Rome is basically just nothing but a liar. But it's not a very big surprise considering that Daniel chapter 7, when it's talking about what the Antichrist would do in changing the feast days of God, the holy days of God, the Sabbath, and we see that happening with the Catholic Church, so who is but a liar except for the Antichrist?